faces. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
Alright everyone, gear up as we take a deep dive into one of the most iconic franchises in gaming history, Gears of War. This series holds a special place in my heart, sparking waves of nostalgia every time one of these three games are mentioned. It takes me back to the later 2000s, those carefree nights spent playing with the boys, either Halo or Gears, for hours on end. I'm Mando DMC, and lance her up as we revisit one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
Chainsaw, you too?
Delta, this is 6-1. There's something moving below ground. Over. I see it too, 6-1. What are we looking at?
Released in November of 2006 and published by Epic Games, Gears of War was an instant classic. It was met by incredible reception. IGN praised it as a game that defines a generation, giving it a 9.4 out of 10, while GameStop lauded its gameplay and visuals with a solid 9.6 out of 10. It wasn't just a game, it was a revolution in the shooter genre.
Gears is a cinematic experience in a alternate sci-fi world where it's a blend between high-tech and low-tech. And it's a story of a man's redemption from military traitor to human savior. Or the one line, it's a third-person action horror shooter.
Gears of War introduced us to a gritty, cover-based shooting mechanic that became a hallmark of the series. The game's intense close-quarter combat and innovative active reload system set it apart from the other shooters at the time, even still holds true to this day. Every firefight felt intense and personal, keeping you on the edge of your seat. Set on the war-torn planet of Sarah, the story follows Marcus Phoenix and Delta Squad battling against the monstrous Locust Horde. The game's dark, war-torn art style and compelling narrative were groundbreaking. The environmental storytelling was top-notch, immersing you in a world that felt real and lived in. The enemies were varied and challenging, from the grunts like drones and wretches to the terrifying boomers with their explosive power. Boss battles were also unforgettable, especially the showdown with General Ram, a menacing figure that tested your skills and strategy. The multiplayer mode was revolutionary, offering intense 4v4 matches that emphasized teamwork and strategy. It quickly became a fan favorite and laid the groundwork for future installments. Who could forget the thrill of executing a perfect chainsaw kill, or the camaraderie of outsmarting the opposing team? Gears of War's success was undeniable, selling over 3 million copies within 10 weeks of release. This massive success ensured that a sequel was not only inevitable, but highly anticipated. The game's influence can still be seen in modern shooters, making it a true pioneer in its field. Gears of War was more than just a game. It was a revolution in the shooter genre. But it didn't end there. There was a storm on the horizon.
I have a rendezvous with death. At some disputed barricade. It may be he shall take my hand and lead me into his dark land,
and close my eyes and quench my breath. I have a rendezvous with death. And I to my pledged word am true. I shall not fail that rendezvous.
The beloved sequel, Gears of War 2, launched in November 2008, and this is the one that took the world by storm. It built upon everything that made the first game great and amplified it. Gears 2 refined the cover system and introduced new weapons, enemies, and larger set-piece battles. The improved graphics and destructible environments enhanced the immersive experience. The fluidity of combat and the sheer scale of the encounters were breathtaking. The enemy types were more diverse and challenging, including the introduction of the colossal Brumac and the creepy tickers. The epic boss battles, like the one inside the massive Riftworm, showcased the game's grander scale and ambition. The narrative delved deeper into the lore of Sarah, with Marcus and Delta Squad continuing their fight against the Locusts. The game's darker tone and emotional depth, especially the tragic death of Dom's wife Maria, resonated deeply with the community.
I'm so sorry, Maria. I love you so much.
This emotional weight added for a whole different layer to the story, making it more than just a fight for survival, but a fight for humanity. Now let's get to the multiplayer. Multiplayer returned with more modes and improved matchmaking. Horde mode in particular became a staple, offering endless waves of enemies and a test of endurance and teamwork. It was the perfect addition for those who wanted to challenge themselves and their friends. Gears 2 was a massive success, selling over 5 million copies. The emotional weight of Dom's storyline left a profound impact on us players. Again, just like the first, it wasn't just a game. It was an emotional journey that players connected with on a personal level. Gears of War 2 is not only matched, but surpassed its predecessor in many ways. It was a testament to what a sequel should be. Bigger, better, perfect.
Marcus, if you get this message, I need your help. I really am.
It's your father.
If he's still alive, I've got to find him.
Now in darkness, world stops turning. Ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power. And I've gotta struck the hour. Oh Lord, yeah.
Let's finish it.
Gears of War 3, released in September 2011, brought an incredible conclusion to the original trilogy. While it might not have been as impactful as the second game, it still left a lasting legacy. The gameplay in Gears 3 was the most polished of the series at the time, with refined mechanics and a broader arsenal of weapons. The addition of 4-player co-op in the campaign mode made it a blast to play with friends. The game also introduced new characters and deeper customization, keeping the experience fresh and engaging. The enemy types evolved with the introduction of the Lambent, a new threat that added complexity to the combat. Boss battles were thrilling, particularly the climactic fight against the monstrous Lambert Berserker, one of the most legendary battles in the trilogy. The story wrapped up the saga of Marcus Phoenix and Delta Squad, focusing on the final battle against the Locusts and the new threat of the Lambent. Dom's ultimate sacrifice was a pivotal moment that hit the community hard.
Dom, what the fuck are you doing? Pulling the plug on him, Marcus! Jump, will you? Do it!
symbolizing the high stakes and emotional depth of the series. The conclusion was both satisfying and bittersweet, giving a sense of closure to the long-fought battle. The multiplayer continued to evolve with new modes, maps, and character customization options. Beast Mode, where players could now control locust creatures, added a fresh twist to the multiplayer experience. It was a brilliant way to diversify gameplay and keep players hooked. Gears 3 itself was another commercial success, cementing the franchise's place in gaming history. It sold over 3 million copies in just its first week and was praised for its satisfying conclusion and refined gameplay. The game managed to strike a balance between nostalgia and innovation, ensuring it remained relevant and exciting. Gears of War 3 was a fitting end to an epic saga. While it didn't quite reach the emotional heights of Gears 2, it provided closure and set the stage for future entries. It was a strong conclusion to this forever legendary trilogy. Gears of War has left an incredible impact on the gaming world, from its groundbreaking mechanics and gripping storylines to its unforgettable multiplayer experiences. It's a series that will always hold a special place in all of our hearts. The journey through Serra was filled with camaraderie, adrenaline-pumping battles, and deep emotional connections with every character. The Gears of War series as a whole is a testament to what great game design, storytelling, and community can achieve. It's a franchise that deserves to be celebrated and remembered for all time. As we look back on the countless hours spent fighting the Locust Horde, we're reminded of why we fell in love with the series in the first place: the teamwork, the thrill, and the heart. Gears of War will forever be a cornerstone of gaming history, reminding us of the power of perseverance, teamwork, and sacrifice. And with the most recent announcement of Gears of War E-Day, I'm so excited that we're finally going back to the OGs, Marcus and Dom. My expectations are high, and I can't wait. If you've made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. Your support means a lot. There's plenty of more content coming your way. I'll be diving into comic reviews, movie reviews, game reviews, and much more. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. I'm Mando DMC, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay awesome, guys.